She can say no. At the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam also, there were those who said, no, I don't want to marry this man, and they were not forced to it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us goodness. The only time we can force someone is if revelation has been revealed to say these two must be married, then we have no choice. But revelation will not be revealed in the case of us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us goodness. So in that particular case, maybe she doesn't want to marry the first, the second, the third. You have introduced her to 5 or 10 with respect. And when I say with respect, you can find out from the scholars exactly how that should happen. What type of arrangement. You don't just say, okay, pick up my daughter at 9 o'clock and bring her back at 12 o'clock. That's not how you meet in Islam. It must be in your presence, in the sense that you are close at hand. The reason is, Shaitan comes to the boys or the girls sometimes and makes them abuse one another in a way that wallahi they are left like used toilet paper without any form of respect. And then they say, no, I don't want to marry you. May Allah grant us goodness. May Allah grant us really the opening, and may He open our doors. So someone says, but why can't I get to know him more? You can. You can get to know him much more. You can meet 5 times. You can meet more than 5 times. But the rules of meeting are still the same. You will meet with your chaperone, with your mahram. You will meet with them close at hand. Come to your house, or come to yours. One of the two. Either I come to yours, you come to mine. And we meet with total transparency or within reach of your mahram, who is right there. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us goodness, so no one can fool you. And you talk, you understand how you are communicating, and you may say, no, this is not really my cup of tea. And with respect, you can turn that down, turn the next one down, the third one down, no problem. Until the 35th one comes, you might want to say yes. Allahu Akbar. I'm just giving you a scenario that can happen. It has happened. Sometimes 1 or 2 people agree. Sometimes they don't agree. Don't worry. But remember, when you have turned one down, you may not get another one. Remember that. And when you have turned one down, you may not get another one as good as the one you have turned down. So you need to be very careful. And this is why we say, guide your child. My daughter, how do you feel? How's this man? What is wrong with him? Let's speak about him. Oh, I don't feel right. Okay, no problem. Let's see. And if they still feel we don't want, this is the ideal. Sadly today, daughter's gone to university, she comes back, Dad, you are lucky if she tells you. Allahu Akbar. You're lucky if she tells you. Very lucky, fortunate. At least you are not heading up the wrong tree. Because people are busy looking for someone, they don't know that already there is another monkey on the tree. It happens, a lot of cases. And this is why I salute and respect those children who can openly say, you know what, Dad, I have done something wrong, and this is what it is. And Dad, you don't just lift up your fist and start fisting your children. No. Understand that you are also responsible. Do not get angry. You need to deal with something that has come into your home. This is when they will be able to live happily ever after. Whilst I'm talking, I see a few elderly people here. Wallahi, my due respect to you. We are now speaking of the age of today. We are not speaking of how it used to happen in your time. We are speaking of how it is happening today. It is a reality on the ground. So please excuse, sometimes people might feel this man was too open, he's encouraging our sons and daughters to do this and that. Wallahi, they are already doing it. So stop blaming me. We know, and this is why if you see me, inshallah, when we grow of age, we will give the platform to younger people so we can learn from them how to tackle our own children. Believe me, it's a crisis. I'm not joking. What is the point of brushing your problem under the carpet completely until one day when that carpet is rolled, you notice that all the dirt is underneath. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. May He grant us happy homes. So my brothers and sisters, I always like to encourage people to listen to their children. Look at the view. What do they have? Who do they want to marry? Sometimes we have our sons or our daughters, more so the daughters. They have arrived at a late age. For example, 30, 35. They are stigmatized in society because they are 30, 35. And sometimes the father just does not budge. And he says, look, you sort out your life. Why? And sometimes the other women of society stigmatize them to the degree that they are not invited to functions outside. Why? Now you are well past your sell-by date. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. I don't think you really understood what I said there. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us goodness. Nobody is well past their sell-by date, my brothers and sisters. Remember, it's your duty, your responsibility. You could be 30, 40, 50. No harm. You need to still actively look for your child, for a spouse. And even if you as a male or a female have come across someone whom you may feel is a potential spouse, open your mouth. Without opening your mouth, you are guilty. Believe me, don't just sit and think that suddenly in your bedroom he's going to really plop out of the ceiling. Allahu Akbar. It's not going to happen. You need to open your mouth. Speak. Say something. Talk to your family. Talk to someone. Get a message across to his sisters or someone. And it is best to work with your family, because your family will be able to guide you along. They will need to support you. And if you have a difficulty, speak to the ulama. And I really plead with those who are slightly older, when you have your children, listen to them. Understand that this is a new generation. Their thinking will not be like yours. And with their children, it is an even newer generation. Their thinking will be even more different. One wonders. Sometimes I sit and I'm worried, how are my children going to get married, or yours? Later on, those who are younger, what will happen to them? We are worried, wallahi, because society is changing rapidly. What was the case 10 years ago is no longer the case today. Wallahi, life has changed. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us goodness. So we said two qualities, when they come to you, do not deny. Deenahu wa khuluqahu, the religion of a man and his character and conduct, which makes part of his spirituality. If those two qualities are found in the man, his deen is okay and his character and conduct is okay, he has come and asked for your daughter is keen and interested, don't say no for nothing. If you say no, the hadith says there is going to be great chaos on earth. What happens? Suddenly the jinn gets into your daughter's head, or sometimes the boy, sometimes he might find someone else, but the daughter suffers more. She suffers much more, because something that was close at reach, dad has blocked it, mom has blocked it, it's something, and she would suffer a lot. And there is no shortage of women, there is a shortage of good men. Believe that. There is a shortage of good men, and I plead with all the youth who are here, become good men. We don't want men, we want good men. Responsible, those who know marriage is about really getting together with someone who is suitable to be the mother of your children, so that you can continue the plan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What is the point of having children in number who are worshipping shaitan? Rather have children who are worshipping Rahman. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us goodness. So this is why the youth, remember your bad habits like smoking, drugging, clubbing, pornography, wasting time on the telephone. And I sit here in Sri Lanka, because of the time difference, sometimes it's difficult to fall off to sleep, because time difference of various countries and where I come from and so on. Sitting and you see, mashallah, the world in Colombo is online at 3 in the morning. Allahu Akbar. 3 in the morning. Someone messages you back. Allahu Akbar. But here in Colombo it's 3 o'clock. Brother, you are not from Africa. You are supposed to be asleep. No, I'm just covering my back as to why I was awake. Allahu Akbar. My brothers and sisters, what a beautiful relation we have. Look, we are Muslimin. We are talking about our